So in football and in life, drip, drip, drip. Like, people don't wake up and just decide, let's get a divorce. There were signs. Companies don't go from great quarterly earnings to we're bankrupt. There are signs, warning signs, red flags, arguments. Philadelphia has been a leaky faucet for 5 weeks. We've been talking about this. Saquon Barkley, his production's been cut in half. The Lions have 2 running backs that are more productive than Saquon Barkley. They labor to get the ball to A.J. Brown, an elite wide receiver. The offensive line used to be the best in the sport, middle of the pack. Doesn't even look close to Detroit's now. So, and I've been preaching this for 3 years. Nick Sirianni is not a scheme guy. Okay, so he is very offensive coordinator dependent. All right? So when he has a great coordinator, he gets the Super Bowls. He hired Brian Johnson, didn't work, circle the drain. He missed on a coordinator, hired somebody in the building that had never called plays before, could be a good coach, but right now at this moment in that coach's life, probably not the right fit with this veteran offense. And it took a half, but Bo Nix, who's still a kid, Bo Nix has played, 22 starts in the NFL? He's going to have bad halves. He's going to have bad throws. But in that second half, Sean Payton, and this is what he does, maybe as good as any coach in this league, that second half, Sean Payton extracted every yard out of that offense. 2-point conversions on the road, noisy crowd, everybody involved, multiple receivers, running the ball, another very good Denver draft. All these guys can play. And Bo Nix, that dude is athletic, and he is fast. He used to hold the ball a little long last year. Bo Nix is seeing it and let it rip. So the better team, the better coach, and yes, the better quarterback, by the second half of that game, were on display. And this is nothing against Nick Sirianni, but he's got a stacked roster. And don't even try to convince me 45 yards rushing, the big plays are gone. They were a good big play team. They're done. They're 17th in the NFL in big plays. With A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, they're middle of the pack on big plays. Yards per play has tanked. Saquon Barkley's getting touched a yard into the carry, not 2.5. So this is not on the players. The players were great last year. What did they do? All eat Twinkies in the offseason? Give me a break. It's a coordinator hire. And that's okay. A lot of coaches in this league are not Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan Thursday night goes out with backups everywhere and outcoaches Sean McVay. He's a scheme guy. Coordinator's much less relevant to Kyle Shanahan. And it's not a knock on Sirianni, but that's not what he is. And so if he makes the wrong OC hire, this is not the same team. It's not the players. It's not the effort. It's not the toughness. Coaching matters. We've seen this more and more. Coordinating matters in this league. Second half of that game, Sean Payton put on a clinic. Bo Nix with 22 starts against Vic Fangio, one of the best defensive coordinators in the sport. Clinic. Up and down those last 2 drives. Usually my second story on a Monday isn't about a blowout. But when Dak Prescott broke into this league, Zeke was a great running back. The O-line, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, it was the best O-line in a decade in the NFL. Dak got a lot of credit and didn't have to do a lot of heavy lifting. He had to babysit Des Bryant. That was about it. But he was a little overrated. Now this Dak is not getting enough credit. They don't have a number 1 receiver currently. The offensive line is still in a rebuild mode. Running game, okay. Staff, fine. Defense, last in the league. Okay, Dak Prescott, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. It's like they've hit the 10,000-hour rule. Like they're all smart guys, but they have reached another level of football IQ. And Dak's gone from a little overrated to now underappreciated. If I had an MVP vote today, I would vote probably Baker Mayfield 1 and Dak 2. I would give Baker it because he's won more games and he's won them late, but also Baker Mayfield has the better general manager, the better rookie receiver. I think the overall roster in Tampa is much better than the Cowboys roster. But this Dak, right now, what you're seeing Dak Prescott do, this is the best Dak I've ever seen. First of all, I think he's lost weight and gained strength. They're missing 3 offensive linemen. CeeDee Lamb's a top 5 receiver. Doesn't have him. Running backs, kind of by committee. Okay, not special. And listen, Brian Schottenheimer deserves a lot of credit. We don't think he's Andy Reid or Sean Payton. So, again, I'm looking at MVP right now. And here's the other thing to remember about Dak, where he deserves a lot of credit. Everybody said when Dez Bryant left, he was in trouble. Nope. When Zeke left, he's in trouble. Tyron Smith left. Micah left. The great Zach Martin. All these great players have left. And every time, as long as Dak Prescott is upright, the Cowboys win double-digit games. I mean, let's be honest. Sometimes it takes a long time. You got to read to the end of the book. Yeah, you ever read a mystery or a murder mystery and you kind of figure it out by the 4th or 5th chapter? And then the really great books, like all of a sudden you're like in chapter 10, 12. Dak, you got to peel this onion. You got to peel this. There was a little overhyped Dak with a great O-line and a great run game. And Jerry Jones at the time felt, not quite as meddling. And then all of a sudden it's Mike McCarthy and Dak's actually putting up better numbers. And now McCarthy leaves. Brian Schottenheimer, who nobody loved. CeeDee Lamb is hurt. Mike is gone. It is a lot of C-plus players, and they're still rebuilding this offensive line, and Dak looks unbelievable. Again, Owa says the right thing. He is a dropped pass against Philadelphia from being 3-1-1. Don't pay attention to the 2-2-1. He is playing next level. Remember, they tied Green Bay. And, the way Green Bay was running the clock late in that game, could have won it. They had Philadelphia beat. CeeDee Lamb at his worst game as a pro. 3 drops, 1, right in the breadbasket. So you can't, sometimes the record doesn't belie the truth. Dak's playing out of his mind. So is Baker, so is Darnold. It's these old guys. They got the 10,000 hours. But I think I would vote Baker Mayfield MVP of the league today. I think I would have right now Dak runner-up. From, a little overhyped to, is everybody paying attention to what's happening here? Coaching staff, ownership, O-line. Find me a guy in the league that's working with a bunch of mid that's putting up those numbers. Well, it's the Jets. Well, the Jets look pretty good against the Steelers. The Jets didn't look that bad last week. Whatever's happening, Dak goes on the road. It's one of my favorite picks of the week. That thing was, what was that thing? 23-3 at half, 30-3 at one point? And Dak's putting on a clinic. That is amazing.